In this video I'll be doing reactions to How to Caveman by Straight Outdoors. Not only to be an asshole, but also because I'm looking for signs of somatic narcissism, sadistic humour, and seeing as he's announced he's homeschooling his unborn child, and I have a master's in English, I'll see if I can, help him with his grammar. Okay, here we go.
Visit my good friend Chad Zubair. This guy is the most primitive person I know by far. He lives like a caveman, this guy. It's very hot, it's very dry. I don't recognize a single plant around me. And I'm basically a fish out of water here.
It's taken him like 45 minutes to get there as he zigs and zags and sets his camera up and goes back for it. And I know people love that kind of inane videography, but really, who's got her extra 3/4 of an hour to fart ass around? He's got a fucking drone. He could have followed himself in with his drone and not had to fucking exhaust himself, the twat. I better shut that door, man.
Yeah, it's wood and fireweed. I know what you're probably thinking right now. Where is he? In Africa? And you can say you're pretty close. This is the closest thing to Africa I've ever seen. It's hot. There's caveman over here. The garden.
Africa, so to be a caveman, ignorant?
This thing is proper legit.
Proper
Really nice
legit.
and cool in here too. Must be at least 30 degrees outside. It's a lot cooler in here, even though there's no door, no windows. Amazing.
He has been making nice pottery, the guy. That's all the guy's pottery. Oh shit, sorry. And gourds. They won't let me do anything. Sorry, fellas. There we go. Obviously, I don't know how to make a reaction video.
I am way overdressed for this climate.
This is his chance as a semantic narcissist to get his shirt off. Because he loves his body, but in a minute he's going to look sunburnt. He's going to look fried in the next few days, isn't he?
One big one is pottery. I know Chad is a master at working with clay and making pottery and huts with mud, all that kind of stuff. Just crack on and start learning.
So he said he wants to start learning.
Deer poop here.
He's showing him how to make fertilizer.
Dump it into the garden.
Matthew has a vegetable garden on his own property as a married man, which grows about 3 pieces of wizened food.
I guess this is where Chad basically dug a house out of the ground, reshaped it to the size of a hut. He literally dug the house he lives in now from this hole. So apparently it's really nice clay for pottery. So we're going to give it a whirl and see what happens.
We never
First,
do.
you collect your clay. And you do that by just scraping the ground with another hard rock. And it'll dust up the clay for you. Then you gotta sift it through a basket. Now this also isn't just any basket. Chad made this. It's hand weaved with God knows what. I don't even know what this is.
Hand woven, reeds or rushes. We saw the spinifex grass. So basically he makes a pissant amount that would make you, a pipe, clay pipe. But he overestimates the amount he's got. He's oiled himself up, so hopefully his sunburn lotion.
You can build anything from bowls to spoons to a house, roof tiles. That's all you need. There you go. snuff to make a bowl or a cup or something, I'm sure.
If anyone does know what happened to his arm, I'm interested.
Comes in the form of a giant clay ball. I'm looking at this, I'm like, what in the hell is in this? Apparently it's a sweet potato. Chad takes a sweet potato, rolls it in clay, cooks it, bakes it.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Tattooing, is one of the most expensive forms of self-harm possible. So he wanted that done to his arm, Matty.
Yes, it came out great. It's not
So
overdone.
imagine, his pain threshold and the pain threshold he expects others to have.
Ooh. Dude. That's nice.
Maybe someone tattooed him for some reason on the oil rig or something. I don't see where he would have had time to get that tattooed.
Now
Or the money.
away. It's time to get to work.
But what a weird tattoo he got.
Clay factory.
This looks like scribble, is it?
Sweatshop.
He's trying to think of the word kiln, but he's too stupid to have heard of
This
it.
is some more compost for the garden.
This is a salient point. This is what he should have done on his island in Newfoundland. He didn't learn that one, but he's here to learn. Basically, the chickens just destroyed their vegetable garden. It looked like the fence they made was made by a 1-year-old, and they had too many chickens in a small pen, so they really didn't get any vegetables. So he didn't learn about the manure or the charcoal. And now he's making what? Something of his own with clay. He's not with the guy and learning, he's just doing it. Oh, see his mouth breathing? I don't mean to be mean about mouth breathers, but it could be one of the reasons for his narcissism, that his siblings teased him about his mouth breathing. So it made him hypervigilant. Plus, he was beaten by his own parents and had his mouth washed out with soap. He's got a high ACE score, adverse childhood experiences. Anyway, the Sam Vaknin episode is called How Your Childhood F's Up Your Adulthood. And it will explain why he's now acting like his own little Lord of the Flies here, and why he's going to be doing jibes. He's called his friend Caveman a few times, and he's here to learn, but he sort of hasn't waited for his friend, and he didn't go do the gardening with his friend. It's all just solo work, isn't it, with Matt? Oh, lovely mouth breathing, not communication.
Just gotta let this sit and dry for a few days out of the sun, just in the warm air. And then after it dries for a few days, we'll put in a fire harden it.
Oh shit, sorry guys. I suppose, I don't know if I would say, look, I'm a mouth breather, and then, use it. I probably would to ham it up.
In the undergrowth,
But
the old undergrowth is...
Matty is, vain, and that's why he's got, the spooked eyes, hypervigilant eyes, Matt, because he's always sort of staring to see if we're seeing his mouth breathing. So once you notice it, it gets, very distracting even to watch him doing it, so it's consuming a lot of his bandwidth for him.
I am suffering here today. Not sure what's going on.
Sunburn?
My stomach is rolling. I puked about an hour ago. And yeah, overall feeling really weak and soft. I don't know if it's the heat, something I ate.
He probably got heat stroke wandering around with his camera and digging.
Doesn't let the party stop. So I'm at firewood duty. Hope I feel better tomorrow.
So there's a good Vaknin episode called Sometimes Refusing to Grow Up is a Good Idea, which explores the premise of neoteny.
For a Canadian boy like me coming to the bush, not having an axe or saw is a real different thing. There's not even a knife here. Literally, he's using sharp rocks. He's using sticks to dig with, dirt for everything else. The guy's a half lunatic.
He's a half lunatic.
I gotta go.
He's a half lunatic. Matt now has got about 15 chainsaws, a sawmill, 2 quad bikes, a 6x6, 3 boats. What the fuck hasn't he got? He's got all of this shit now as a married man on an island, but his pregnant wife hasn't got a toilet or any water because it's all frozen, or any way to bathe. So he was laughing. She's got dirt rash as she slithered down the icy hill into the, he's a brilliant grifter, into the mobile sauna someone gave him, not suspecting, it'd be the only place on the island Kelly could try and clean herself. Oh, she's got a bath mat, how fancy, because last time she was down there, she slipped over and fell. For fuck's sake. He had a boat sink in calm weather. He couldn't be bothered looking up Hurricane Melissa's name on the Weather Channel, and yet Kelly's going to have a home birth on the island. It's just ridiculous. But this dude's a fucking lunatic. Oh yeah, charge on, cunt. Charge on. And that hut is like 9,000% better than anything Matt has built, really. The only good things that have been built on Matt's year-long renovation were done by his friend Adam Riley, who came to build the kitchen, and the 2 old men, Gord and Pat, on the island, who did all the fucking brain work on everything else.
Day here, paradise. It's about 6:30 in the morning.
So instead of building his wife a toilet, sorry.
I gotta go. For a Canadian boy like me coming to the bush.
Sorry guys, I lost the thread a bit there. That is a magnificent hut and a fantastic chimney. Basically, he's going to whine like a little boy in a minute and call himself a boy, but he's 25 or 7 years old.
Suffering here today. Not sure what's going on. My stomach is rolling. I puked about an hour ago. And yeah, overall feeling really weak and soft. I don't know if it's the heat, something I ate, but either way it's not good. Slave driver Chad.
So this is a sign, of a reluctant, surly child, isn't it? He's parentified his friend and self-infantilized. So it's slave driver Chad is the wicked master, and he's about to say he's the boy, but we know he's 27 or something.
Let the party stop, so I'm at firewood duty. I hope I feel better tomorrow.
He's got sunstroke and probably dehydration from digging in the clay for nothing yesterday. He should be treading on them, not breaking them with his fucking leg. He's about to denigrate his friend.
For a Canadian boy like me coming to the bush, not having an axe or saw is a real different thing. There's not even a knife here. Literally, he's using sharp rocks. He's using sticks to dig with.
See his skinny top
dirt
lip
for
and
everybody
his
else.
giant bottom lip like a
Oh, it's
labia?
half lunatic.
That is the sign of a mouth breather. Quick, he's coming. He's coming. So he's like, what? His friend's the boogeyman now. The crazy boogeyman. His friend is the crazy boogeyman now. Sorry about the grain trucks, guys. There's never any conversation with Matt. No philosophy, no learning. We haven't heard the other guy talk
It's another hot
once.
and beautiful day here, paradise.
So today he's going to wear his t-shirt, we hope. He's had a little think about that in the sunstroke.
Plan this morning is we're going to get the fire going and start firing some pottery. As you can see, the local caveman back there is already hard at it.
The local caveman's hard at it, so yeah. Anything, they're so childish, that sort of narcissist, that, you know, just adulting is beyond them, and they're very reluctant and surly.
There's 4 stones down here to put. This is so that the pottery will be above a lot of the ashes. Because if it sits in the ashes, all that part that's in the ashes is going to just turn black. So this way it'll help reduce that. Get this thing blazing hot for a moment. Then I'm going to let it die down. And when it dies down to just hot coals, I'm going to put the pottery on top. Let it heat up slowly. And keep it burning hot for about half an hour, and then just let it die down and cool down, and then we can pull the pieces out and it'll be good. This type of setup is called a Dakota fire pit, Dakota fire hole. Approximately 2 feet deep hole that I dug.
Does that mean the American Indians invented it?
A tunnel that connects to that comes to the surface next to it and goes down to the bottom of this. In this case, I'm using it as a kiln, and it's been very effective. I used it for all my pottery. Very functional, very effective.
Nice.
I didn't show it on camera yesterday just because it was too boring. These here are all my test clay pieces. Spoon, a bowl, a really rough cup, another really rough cup.
So he did get
Just
sunstroke
that
sifting.
It's a real spoon.
He's like a 3-year-old at kindy, isn't he? Look at his big lip. It doesn't make him you know, I don't mean to be a bitch about his mouth breathing. It's just, he's so preoccupied. Once I noticed that, I couldn't get over it. And I think he was mercilessly teased about it, and that's why he's always jibing at everyone. And he's got his crazy little sort of fantasies about his mate.
Yeah, I have a business appointment with some colleagues this afternoon. See you later.
I like his friend. Do we know his name? He's funny.
The funny thing is, like, you're kind of serious.
He's just standing around filming. He's not getting any wood. He hasn't got one piece of wood yet, Matt. Oh, shit. So there aren't any prickly pears left. You can eat them, but there aren't any left. Is he going to hook it out? Oh, no. Is that his big final one?
Hear that ding, folks? According to Chad, that's the ding you want. That means now it's real pottery. Oh, so much cooler in here. Alright, let's get out next project, which is basket weaving with Willow. Chad's favorite.
Willow,
My
okay.
favorite is a pussy willow, of course. Chad's never heard of it. Shocking.
Was that a smutty joke?
First thing I'm doing is taking a little willow like this.
Probably is.
First thing I'm doing is taking a little willow like this.
So we're not seeing his friend teach him, are we? We're just seeing him make a film of himself. He hasn't allowed his friend to shine in anything. His friend must have shown him, and now he's doing it for us. Because he can't abide by being about his friend showing us. You see the laboured breathing through the lip there? He's taking all his concentration and breathing through his mouth while he does this. And filming. See him gasping for breath with his lip. He does his best to edit the bits within. There he goes like a goldfish. Edit the bits, you know, with his mouth shut, but sometimes the lip breathing comes in.
I know what you're thinking. That's one rough-ass basket. It is rough. You know what? She'll hold something. She's not gonna hold no water or rice. Hold a few decent-sized rocks, though.
To be fair, that was witty of him. He's gonna trust his pottery in his basket.
This stuff is priceless. This is all going straight to my mother's china cabinet.
That's right, like a kindergartner. Oh shit, sorry.
Little communion basket.
Communion basket, so he has religious delusional disorder in his upbringing. So yeah, that would help his bad introject, I suppose. So basically he's going to put this together now like a little kindergartner would bring home
this is all
and
going
listen.
Straight to my mother's china cabinet.
It's like...
We made some pottery,
there goes his lips.
Next thing we're going to need out here is some cordage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go harvest a yucca leaf and make some primitive cordage. Chad taught me how, of course. None of this is my own knowledge.
That's right, but we haven't seen him do any of it.
Sharp rock on a stick. There's literally not a single knife out here, not an axe, not a saw. Everything out here is legitimately primitive. Rocks, wood, mud. Look at these baskets. This is all yucca cordage. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to make some cordage like this. And then you can make anything from a basket to a fishing line to this is his pillow. Lots of stuff. Primarily,
so is he such a lunatic now?
Fishing line for tomorrow. We're going to go fishing and like to try and use some primitive fishing line.
So basically, with neoteny, his bulging eyes and his lower lip make him look like a toddler, which is how he has amassed his cult.
Banana yucca. This is called banana yucca. And that's what we're going to use to make cordage. We'll harvest just one leaf is all we'll need. There's a lot of fibers inside.
Now, we're going to get to see his friend doing it and him learning? No, we're just going to get to see him doing it.
Smash these open so we get the fibers. Just a stick and a rock, like everything out here.
Why is that? It's just like egomania. He can't have his friend showing us and us learning with him. It has to be his friend showed him and now he's showing us.
Already. See all the small little strings? That's your fibers to make your cordage. Separate all the fibers and start spinning it up together.
So he said it's cool in here, but he hasn't thanked his friend. We haven't heard him be amazed and learn how to build the heart, have we? Looks like he's made mud bricks and then made a beautiful circular structure.
Should run your fingers down them. Pull off all the old pulp and stuff. Do that about 500 times and you'll have a foot of rope.
So, is he doing some maths on the prodigious amount of rope his friend's Chad has made? Well, not really. I'm not even going to do a joke about that. He could only do 3 bits because he had to breathe. That's all I'll say about that.
That's so fair. Nighttime is here, and it's time for night shift, I guess. Keep spinning up some of this cord for tomorrow for a fishing trip. What a beautiful night it is.
So it's sort of episodic, sporadic attention, just like a little kid. Somehow his mates kept the whole thing going while he's sort of been fixated on each little project. He's come here to learn, but he hasn't let his friend be shown teaching him anything. Now suddenly the best view is of him. His mate might be building an arrow or something. They're really not talking at all, are they? There's really no philosophy, is there?
It's early morning here. We're up nice and early trying to beat the heat.
Oh, so he's got a drone.
Today we're going fishing. Homemade cordage, homemade fishing line. Cut a pole on the bank. See if we can catch some fish. It's supposed to be a real scorcher today. Couple-hour hike. This is where we're going fishing. Unreal, I know. Starting to heat up, starting to get warm, so we're going to crack on and get down there and start fishing.
Oh, I don't even want to say, but his giant lip was hanging out under his hat, and that's...
Slowly making our way down to that river.
Oh, only when he's selfieing, so...
Taking a break. Still sitting in the shade. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Of course he's got his shirt off.
It's Christmas.
So, pretty much he, I think, whether it's rednecks, gay dudes, bi dudes, survivalist numbnuts, and a lot of